Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. We have made it to Tuesday.
Yes, we did. Almost hump day.
I know. Almost there. Almost there. How you feeling this morning? You said you went to bed at like 3
I did.
p.m.
You know, I do 2 rounds of sleep at night. I always tell people. So I do like maybe 3 to 7.
Okay.
Have a little water and snack, go back to sleep.
That makes sense. That makes sense. You know what? I just lowered myself and now it's like way too low. I've heard about people doing like split sleeping.
It works out for the early birds.
Okay. All right. Well, that's actually not that bad. So you went to bed at 3 though, and then you didn't wake up, or you did?
3. Let's say 3 to like. I think I woke up around. I want to say 7, but I know for a fact I saw 9 on my clock.
Okay.
Had a little snack, got some water, went back to sleep.
Yeah.
Woke up at 2.
Oh my gosh. So you've got it down to a science. It took me like, I don't know, how long did it take you to get down?
Okay, because you know I just came from Nightside, so it was not easy.
That's true. You came from Nightside.
Right.
So completely flipped your schedule, essentially.
Completely.
Wow.
And so for a long time, I would just lay there and look at the ceiling. And I'm like, okay, if I got to get up at 3, I got to just close my eyes.
Yeah, I just got to close my eyes and hope that something's coming up.
Right.
As far as that goes. But yeah, we have been enjoying having you on the show. I know I always say I just love a co-anchor. It's so much easier, too.
And you're a great leader, Jessica. You always lead us into those topics perfectly.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Morning show. Like you said earlier, you're like, do you just love it? And
I can tell you love
do.
it. Your energy gives. I love it here.
I just love it. You know, I don't love when my alarm goes off at 2 a.m.
Right.
But that's pretty much the only bad part about the job. I wouldn't even say it's that bad. You get used to it after a while and whatnot.
Absolutely.
Something before, I know we talk a lot about fun stuff, but I want to get to this really quickly because this is something that we have been talking about quite a bit recently is the fact that like people are getting their SNAP benefits stolen. So this is something I think I started doing stories on it probably like earlier this year about people contacting me, and it's like, okay, I guess you have your SNAP benefits loaded onto your card, and within like hours, these like people are getting all of their like SNAP benefits stolen.
That's what I was gonna say. It felt like once you did the story or broke the story, it was just like we started seeing it more and more. I'm like, geez.
Yeah, and it's crazy too because it's like there's kind of like a give and take with this whole new system. Like when I was growing up, it was kind of like SNAP was essentially food stamps. So you had specific you would give food stamps at the grocery store. Now they have made it easier with the cards that look like debit cards. They act like debit cards, same sort of thing. But I feel like it's so much easier to be able to steal people's information from that.
I mean, it is. I'm wondering too myself. I'm like, geez, is this a situation where like I left the wallet hanging out or I just forgot the card somewhere and somebody picked it up? Like, how are these people getting snagged?
Yeah, no, it is wild. And to think about it too, I mean, that's a problem. I feel like a lot of people don't know how they're getting it, but some of the ways, and I think Carrie did a story on this a little bit ago, that it was like people will put these devices on top of like scanners, like, you know, where you swipe your debit card or you tap it or whatever. They'll put devices on top of it that look like there's nothing on top of the like scanner where you pay, and then it copies your information.
Speaking on that, I just saw, and it wasn't just now, but I remember a video from TikTok. A man went into the store to swipe his card. He literally picked it up. Whatever was over it, and it looks just like what you swipe your card on, he picks it up and exposes the store. So it's just like, these scams are getting crazy. Yeah. And creative.
Yeah, and it's so funny because like, I mean, it's not funny, but it's crazy to see. I feel like there was one video, kind of like what you were saying, where people, the scammers were putting them on. So they would just go through like a self-checkout and like slyly put this device on top of the card reader, and it looks just like a card reader.
How about this? Now they have the wallets that are made a certain way because technology has evolved so much. People can scan and get your information. I'm just like, this is crazy.
That is wild. That is wild. Yeah, so this is something that's been happening a lot, and unfortunately, like, can't really trace it too much. So the reason we're talking about this today is, like, we're still getting calls, like, about it. So Catherine Thornberry did a story yesterday about this guy in Conway who, I guess he had applied for SNAP earlier this year, and his funds have already gotten stolen twice. And so usually they hit around midnight, right?
Wow.
Like, so, when the clock strikes midnight, that's when the funds just get dispersed into your account. And he said by like 3 a.m. they were gone. So like even before he woke up or anything, and there were like 5 different stores that that charges were happening, and then out of 2 different states.
The question now is, how is this possible?
Yeah.
Like, how are people doing this?
Yeah, unless they're like selling your information to other people. I don't know. It's wild because clearly, you look at your EBT account and it says there's a purchase in, let's just use New Jersey for example. Obviously, you live in Arkansas and you're like,
Right.
I definitely didn't purchase that. And the problem is a lot of people who have SNAP benefits, most of them depend on these.
Right.
So when you're talking about $200-$300, in some cases, people go all the way up to $1,000 that is wiped from your account, and you're planning for the month. Then kind of what do you do?
It is an inconvenience. And I think you brought up in a meeting yesterday, you was like, a good angle too was it's the holidays. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And people are depending on this to feed their families. And you wake up and it's all gone.
And it's all gone at the beginning of December. I feel like the holidays, my wallet is always stretched thin come December. And I'm stressed about it. But to think too, like, it just kind of adds that extra level where you're like, really, it's December. I'm already stressed about all the holiday gatherings I'm going to have to go to, feeding my family, things like that. And then this happens.
And another unfortunate take, and you mentioned it too, Jessica, they can't even be reimbursed for this. Like,
yeah,
there's nothing, maybe opening an investigation, tracking it down, something, but nothing can be done.
Yeah. At this point, it's hard because a lot of people will go to Arkansas DHS. Obviously, they get their money through DHS. So you immediately think, okay, this is a state-run program. But it's not. It's a federally funded program. So I believe it was back during the Biden administration. This was happening a lot. This has been going on for years at this point, where people are getting their benefits stolen this way. And so there was a program in place a few years back where it would reimburse you. But that program with the presidency change kind of went away. So that's, I think, where we're starting to see more people call in because now they're not being able to be reimbursed. And DHS doesn't really have any control over it. It comes up from a higher level. So our eyes kind of turn now to like the federal government. Is there something they're going to do to kind of look into that? Because it's certainly unfortunate when you're kind of like out of luck.
You know what? And my vote is an investigation should be open, especially for the people who, you live in Arkansas, like you said, New Jersey, and you're getting swipes from other places.
Yeah.
I do believe those people deserve justice.
Yeah.
Or at least to know what happened.
At least to know what is going on and what kind of, scheme are we dealing with here? Is this localized? Is this obviously, I mean, it can't be localized if you're talking about New Jersey, but this is, spanning across the country as far as that goes. So the only thing DHS talks about right now about doing is like, okay, there are some, I guess, precautions that you can put in place beforehand to hopefully prevent this from happening. And so they want you to change. I guess you have a specific PIN that you can put in, just like a debit card.
Yeah.
They want you to change that monthly, which does get taxing.
It does.
To be able to call and have to change it monthly. Don't ever use it, buy things online and whatnot, because you know how you can save your payment. It's like, oh, would you like to save this for next time? Some people don't even think about it, and they're like, yeah, that'd be great. But then hackers can kind of get in that way. But like you said, I feel like the most important thing is checking those devices that are being put on top of card readers.
And at this point, for anyone who does own a SNAP card, honey, just leave it in the house. Leave it in the house in a tucked, safe away place.
Right.
So that way you can't be a victim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you have to be careful too. I think that's probably, I would assume, is probably the biggest way we've seen. I've seen investigations happen in different states where, a whole team will go in and raid a few stores and collect all of these, what they're called skimmers, is what they put on top of the card readers. And it's amazing how many are on. And the store owners don't even know because it's happening from the customers putting those on and then coming back and getting the information from it.
So we can both agree scamming has evolved.
Scamming has evolved. You got to watch everything now. Be cautious too. And it's not just with the skimmers. I will add this. It's not just EBT cards. Like, we have done stories, like I was mentioning, Gary did one about a gas station. So if you're just using, a gas card. I talked to our boss, Ernie, about this, and he was like, I check every single time I go to the gas station. Just give it a little tug, and it'll pop right off. So.
Well,
food for thought there.
I had in my notes.
I did want to just mention that really quickly before we get into not more pressing issues, but this is kind of fun. You actually went to this,
I was
correct?
just about to tell you, I love Cersei, and I 100% agree. That town knows Christmas like that. If you want something Hallmark vibe, if you really want to get in the spirit, Cersei is it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they were just nominated with Southern Living for like one of the best places to visit for Christmas. That is just a gorgeous look at some of that. Now you were live here. What was it? A couple weeks ago?
A week and a half ago.
Okay.
I wanna say.
Yeah. So how long does it take to them to put this up? Did they say?
So they pre-plan this. There's a whole board that pre-plans this thing out. They take the whole year to pre-plan this out. It takes them at least, I want to say 2 to 3 weeks to put up the decoration. I'm pretty sure it takes a little bit longer for the tree. And this, the board members who are a part of it have been doing this for years.
Okay.
And that, I mentioned traditions in Arkansas yesterday. These are the people who actually have been carrying this out for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And it's just, like I said, a warm holiday feel. They do the lighting every year. And so a bunch of families come out. Of course, not just Cersei, but other locals from around the state come out. And I mean, it's just a beautiful time.
Yeah. So this is the second time, I guess, they have gotten this distinguished, title as being, the place to visit for Christmas. And this is goes in a magazine. So this comes on a national scale. I mean, I was reading, I guess people from all across the nation come to Cersei just to see all of this.
Which is interesting. I always say, Arkansas is always on the map for very peculiar things.
Yes.
So this is cute.
Yes, I love it. I love it. So I think we talked to one of the people that put it on just a little bit about, the new, I guess the continued title, I'll call it that. So let's go ahead and see if we can hear from him.
Something that we're really proud of. How cool is it to see support from a big organization like that with such a following? And I think we're already seeing people are coming to check us out.
People are coming to check us out. Oh, that is the wrong clip. Hold on.
There we go.
There we go. I mean, it's just amazing. Some of these structures that are put together. I mean, clearly they take a lot of work. What was that? The rendition of the courthouse?
Yes,
is that what that is?
It was the courthouse. They were honoring EMS out there as well. And I also think the firefighters too. So it was a couple things that they had been carrying, like I said, for over 20 years.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was beautiful. I enjoyed myself when I went. And I will say, every time I visit Cersei, it always gives a hometown vibe. They really, really care about their residents.
They do.
They
They
really
do.
care.
And that's what's so cool about it. Something about Christmas lights, like my husband and I, we were just driving around our neighborhood coming back from grocery shopping one night. We're like, let's just go down this area and look at some Christmas lights. It's just so much fun to be able to do that.
P.S. Side note, I absolutely love hearing you say husband. Guys, I was here for the transition, the before and the after, so this is cute.
Yeah.
Have you guys started decorating, Jessica?
Oh, we're decorated.
Y'all are
We're
done.
decorated,
Okay,
yeah.
there we
yeah.
go.
For the first time, I wouldn't say the first time. My husband loves Christmas. He doesn't like the whole process of decorating for it. This year, he was like, maybe we should get some new stuff. And I was like, say less.
Right?
I
Up
was
your
like,
alley.
let's go right now and get some new lights and everything. So it's been a lot of fun putting all of that up together because we're in a house for the first time and not an apartment. So we put lights up on the house and all that kind of stuff.
Go, Jess.
Yeah. We're going all out. You got to sometimes.
Yes.
It makes it a lot of fun. But with obviously Christmas comes colder temperatures. We keep talking about the fact that I feel like we have not seen the sun in months.
Jessica,
I don't know about you.
You've been bringing up the sun. I saw peaks of it yesterday.
You did?
Like around, I think 4. I was in and out of it because I was taking my nap. But I saw
Okay.
rays of it, but it didn't stay around for long.
Maybe that's why. Because at 4, I must have been just chilling on the couch. And the curtains are closed because
Right.
it's time to start winding down at that point.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I didn't see it.
But I will agree. It pops out and it goes back in. We have not been getting a lot of sun.
It's just cloudy all the time. And I don't know if that makes it worse or better because of the temperatures are so cold.
I just said yesterday, I'm like, maybe if we had some sun mixed in, it would still be cold, but just a little bit of warmth from the sun.
Yes.
But with it being cloudy and already cold,
Yeah,
straight home.
absolutely.
This is it.
Yeah. I feel like it makes it so much harder to get out of bed. There are so many new things I'm learning about this shift. One, I was sick a couple weeks ago. It took me forever to get over that cold because we don't get normal sleep. And now it's like, you know, people always have problems getting up in the morning when it's cold outside because your bed's so warm.
Yes.
Now it's 10 times worse.
It is.
I feel like.
You know what? And since I've started mornings, guys, I think it's only been, 3 weeks now, maybe going into the 4th week. But I have to do like a 10-minute sit and stare.
10 minutes sit and
so
stare.
Just me staring at the wall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, yep, you got to get up. You have a job to do. And then I'm like, let's do it.
It's time to get up and get going. Something that helps too, this kind of like, you know, Kristen and I, our producer, were talking about like our during the break debate today. Like, what should we ask? Like, I was like, you know what? Maybe we could go with like, do you actually like the cold or just the idea of the cold? Because like it's holidays. But then she was like, oh, let's do something like, what do you keep your thermostat at? Because there are so many people. Like,
that's a good one.
When I lived with roommates, we had it was like a fight. It wasn't a fight, but like no talking. Like someone would just go turn it down and then the other person would walk away and turn it up. And it was just kind of like this unspoken fight.
It sounds catty. Is it all women?
Yes,
it's
all
catty.
women. Of course it's catty a little bit. So I feel like this is something that obviously always gets some some talkers about where or what do you keep your thermostat at? That is the sound bite. Hold on 1 second. Let me get to our during the break debate. Media. Take that out. Here we go. Okay. So right now people are saying the average 69 degrees.
69.
So if we go here, I can like move this around. It's kind of cool. It's like a thermostat. And we don't want 63. No. I'm like a 65 girl, I would say.
I think that's not too cold, but it's not too warm. Like I won't sweat, but I won't be freezing.
Yeah. And it's so funny because I feel like maybe the older, I don't know. Growing up, my dad was very much like, we're not spending money on AC. We're not spending money on heat. So deal with it. Put a blanket on. And now that I'm an adult, I'm like, let's turn it down.
I'm definitely going to touch that thermostat
I'm going to touch it. I'm going to put money aside for that so I can be comfortable at night.
Yes.
Like, pick your battles.
And then, you know, we have bipolar weather. So it was like certain days where it's like you really can just turn the air off because it's so cold outside where you just don't need it. And then there's days where it's like, okay, I need to turn it back on. Or even just a couple hours later, you're turning it back on.
Yeah. It's crazy. It really is. I more so notice it in the summer, but also in the winter. I feel like I gotta, you crank it up a little too high. And Pat and I were talking about this morning, like when you're sleeping and you wake up in a sweat, that is the worst.
I just grunt my teeth like, oh, that is so cringy.
Yes.
And it's uncomfortable. It's like, ew.
Yes. And then you feel like you gotta wash your sheets and all that kind of stuff because it's too hot. So I think Juliana said she likes to keep it like 68, 69. Too warm, in my opinion.
I know, I agree. 65 is just perfect.
Yeah. So if you're not picking 65, you're wrong at this point.
And if you're at 70, you're too hot.
I know. I had some comments. I want to see if I can bring them up on my Facebook, but most of them were like 70 degrees. I love it at 70. That's way too warm.
The only person whose home I ever went to that was in the 70s, and I think you brought up age just a couple seconds ago.
Yes.
My grandmother,
okay,
you could not touch her thermostat. I still snuck and did it. God bless the dead. Love you, grandmother. But she had it at least at, 70, 75? It was hot.
Yeah. It's too hot.
And I'm like, we got to take that down, especially if I'm spending the night. 65, Miss Ma'am.
Yeah, I don't want to be sweating. Yeah,
No.
most people say low to mid 70s. That's a little too warm. 70s, 69, 67 to 68. Lee Dyson, we love you, girl. You're at 64 degrees. But yeah, that reminds me too. So I was at my parents' house and I was talking about this earlier today during the summer. My parents moved from San Diego to Florida when they retired. So I grew up in San Diego. Obviously, it doesn't get that hot there. So my dad was very much like, we're not turning on the air unless it gets to a certain degree outside because, you know, open a window, there's a breeze. But they live in Florida now, which is humid.
How are they liking that transition?
They like it, but I think it's because, no offense, they're getting older. I think they like the warm, and this proves it. I went to their house Labor Day weekend, so August, middle of summer, basically, for them. My father had the AC on at like 75 degrees.
Oh, no.
I had to tell my mom, I was like, how do you turn it down? I need to turn. She was like, just do it without him knowing. It's fine. So like you were saying with your grandma, like I would just go down and turn it down, especially at night. I can't be sleeping at 75 degrees.
You literally just have to do it because if not, it's a whole debate back and forth. So it's just like, I'll sneak and do it.
Yes. And it was so funny because we met up with their friends, their neighbors. They were all saying the same thing. They're like, every time my kids come, they turn it down and I got to pay the bill. And I'm like, I will give you the money.
If it's an extra 50, please take it so I can sleep good.
Right? I'm not trying to sweat and sleep at the same time.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable. So I'll die on that hill for sure.
I'm right with you, Jessica.
For sure. Well, I want to get to see if we can get to one more story here because this was something that was fun today. This man. Well, I guess what? Age is just a number is what they say.
It is.
Correct.
90 is just a number.
Yeah, look at that photo.
So cute.
I love this. So interesting. He's a neurosurgeon, 90 years old, right?
Yes.
So I guess he was like one class away from his undergrad, but like went through an accelerated program.
Yes, he did. And he ended up coming out with his degree. Something he was pursuing for a while from what I saw. He wanted to major in neuroscience, I think it was. He wanted to be a neurosurgeon. There we go.
Yeah.
And so I just thought it was the most adorable thing we put on the show this morning. And he's like right there with his hands open, like I did it.
Yeah.
And I told you, I said, well, Jessica, I guess success doesn't have an age limit at any point.
No, it doesn't. And it's so fun to see this is like, I think a lot of people may be like, oh, I miss that period of my life. I missed the mark there. We'll just move on from it. But you can't go back. And like we talk about all the time that like, we'll do stories on those 12-year-olds that are in college somehow because they're super geniuses. But this is an amazing story too, to be able to go back and get that degree and finish.
It makes me question, a lot of people feel like they either did something too late or they started too early. Does time really exist when success is a thing?
I like that. I like that a lot. I don't know if time really, I think you can achieve greatness at any age.
Right?
Really.
I agree.
Yeah. And it's stories like this that really kind of warm your heart in a way. Like, obviously, like when we talk about young kids going to college, we're like, wow, that kid's super smart.
Right.
But when you talk about like going back to school, maybe something in your life happened. I mean, this guy was one class away from graduating. Yeah. So, it's cool to go back and be able to get that bachelor's degree, graduated from UNC.
Put the degree in his bag, honey.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
I just think it's 10 times cuter that he has that
so
robe on.
He is so cute.
Yeah. I love that. Love it.
We introduced him today during the show, Jess. Did you catch that when I put the arms up? I'm like,
yes.
He just came up with his arms.
Hey, I won. Well, I didn't win, but it's very cool. Very cool. So congratulations to him as far as that goes. I do want to give an update to our viewers who... Whitney says, at this point, Starbucks should sponsor us if we're going to continue to talk about this. But I want to give an update on the Bearista, BEAR Barista Cup. So this was available. I have yet to check this yet today. So this was available back when the red cups came out, sold out. We talked about yesterday how it was like, go to the app and you may win. So now we're finding out that you actually have to play a game for a chance to win one of the cups.
Well, Jessica, I've been asking you because I know yesterday we were like, $30. And I'm like, would you rather play the game or would you rather just pay the $30?
I got to play the game. Okay. And it was so funny because we had these stories back to back, the one we just showed you guys. And Whitney was like, you know what? Age is just a number. Like, you don't have, like, what'd you say? Something about success or...
I don't know. I teased it some way.
Yeah, it was great. But I, at 5 o'clock in the morning, was just like, went right over my head. And I was like, yeah, and I'm going to win this game at my age. And then it's going to happen.
And then that adorable man pops up with his arms up. And you were like, oh, this is it. I'm like, yep, it's okay. Here we go.
It's okay. We'll keep moving along. So I guess this is part of their like holiday game series in the app. Do you have the Starbucks app?
I don't. And that's the bet. And I go to Starbucks at least, 3 to 4 times out of a week, and I don't have the app.
You have to get the app.
I am. I'm going to get the app.
Yeah, because then you get points and stars and whatnot. And you can get a free drink on your birthday.
That's what I was gonna. Wait, I was gonna say I actually don't mind playing a game to win the cup. I think at this point, if I get that cup, I got it just to say I have it.
You got to bring it and just show it off
I'm
on
sitting
air.
on a desk.
Yeah.
Starbucks has to sponsor us because we keep doing all these stories.
Yeah, I feel like, especially during the holidays, like Starbucks is in everyone's like vocabulary.
They are. I mean,
you know,
but they know how to, like we said, they really, really know how to press the holiday issue. The drinks, even the cup. I mean,
yeah.
Can you really blame them?
Yeah. So apparently, I guess there's different ways to win. It looks like this is a game where you collect cups. It reminds me of Temple Run. Do you remember that game?
I'm ready to say this is definitely given, or either Subway Surfers, if you remember.
Yes. Yeah. So not only can you win the cup, and this is what I told Whitney this morning, but you can win other things. Like you can win gift cards, you can win more reward points, or you could win Starbucks for life.
You never said that. Did you say that?
I definitely said that.
For life.
For life. Maybe I didn't emphasize the life part. Free Starbucks for life. I was like, Whitney, I don't care about the cup anymore.
That's okay. Well, maybe I'm just hearing you. Okay, for life?
For life.
That's a good win.
Apparently.
Yeah,
that is a good win. So I've been meaning to check. I keep getting distracted. If it's actually on the app, apparently there's going to be like 600 wins a day, and you can play this game for free once a week. Now, I don't know if you have to pay. See, I'm not seeing it. I'll do some research and let you guys know. But yeah, you play this game. It's kind of like, I think Chick-fil-A had it on their app, if I'm correct, during the holidays. You play games, you win points, and then the points can redeem for like Chick-fil-A sandwiches, things like that. So if you want your hand at a barista cup, play the game. Or spend the well, you can't buy it for $30. I guess you could pay 80. What did we check eBay yesterday? That was like $80 for the cup. Or I mean, a mock, if you're an Amazon Prime girl or guy. Yeah.
There's a bear cup out there, trust me.
There's a bear. You know what? I feel like you need to have your own show that's like Whitney's Deals. Because you're always the queen of deals. I'm learning more and more.
What is that show called? I think it's QVC.
QVC.
Okay, yeah. I'm like, sometimes I feel like a QVC girl. Like, this is where you're going to want to be. This is what you're going to want to buy. This is the hottest deals. Like,
this is the hottest deals of the day. You want hand warmers, all that kind of stuff.
Anything.
I can find it for you.
Even Chipotle. If we get those Chipotle bags on TV, that'd be hilarious.
Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious. I'm curious to know if anybody bought them yesterday. Because they did go on sale at 9 a.m. or if they're sold out. Or
there's always somebody.
There's somebody out there.
Always somebody.
Yeah, there always is. I feel like, too, I don't notice it as much these days, and maybe people still do, collect things. Like we talked about the cups yesterday, and I was like, oh, I know some friends that collect them. I feel like people just don't collect things anymore.
You know what? I'll say they do, but it's always something very peculiar. Like something, maybe they like the certain thing since they were a kid and they just grew up collecting it. Okay. But it's always the most peculiar thing.
Yeah, it always is.
Like never
random.
anything common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let me collect cups. Can you imagine? Like, where do you put them all? I don't know.
I don't know either.
There's all over the place. We used to collect cards, like Pokemon cards. My brother used to collect those as a kid. But like, or I always mention this too, Beanie Babies.
Oh my gosh.
I still have them. They're still not worth anything, but one day they will be.
It's been years since I heard of a Beanie Baby.
Yeah. Wow. Beanie Baby. I was convinced that they were going to be worth money. So far no.
Well, wait. I think if you get on eBay in a couple years, Jessica, you might really have something in your hands.
I'm going to hire Whitney to sell all my things. She's got it. She's got it down. That and keep your pennies because they're no longer making pennies anymore.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just thought about that. Wait, real quick, your opinion on that. Do you think that, I mean...
I don't remember the last time I used a penny.
Okay.
But you can't just get rid of the penny.
It's a penny.
It's a penny.
So if I go to the store right now and I literally had that couple of cents of change, that equivalent to using a penny, what do they do?
I guess you just round up. That's the problem too. Yeah. Not about it. Not bad. But keep your pennies. They may be worth a lot more than 1 cent
Sell
for
them
a
on
day.
eBay in a couple years.
Sell them on eBay. There you go. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us for Coffee and Clicks today. We'll find something else for Whitney to get you on as far as, okay, well, we got the pennies, the gloves.
Pennies, the gloves, luggage.
What
else we got, Jessica? Oh, cups.
Cups. All right. Get on Whitney for your holiday shopping. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hello. Welcome back to Coffee and Clicks. I'm hot.
Oh, we are warm. That's a little tease of what we're going to talk about.
Sure is. Let's take that away.
Ashley and I are warm because we were doing nothing but working.
We've been
the
working
last couple
hard.
Hours. Not only are we doing our normal jobs.
Yes.
Ashley and I were working on trying to curate the best gingerbread house.
We were.
And these gingerbread houses are important because they're for a good cause.
They are for a good cause. So Treatment Inc., it's a nonprofit that helps foster children. And every year they do this gingerbread extravaganza. It's one of their biggest fundraisers. It raises money so that the foster children can have Christmas presents. And so it's at the state capitol. It's on Sunday. And there's what is it called? Celebrity tour of homes. Ooh. And our gingerbread houses will be in there. So we did not make the gingerbread houses.
Yes,
they're
they
already made.
Pre-made for us, which is very nice.
Yes, we just decorate them.
Yeah, and you can get these kits too.
You can, yeah. You can buy these kits.
And it's really fun.
Yeah, and if you buy the kits, of course, the money will help the children. So it's fun to do. And you can, the kits come with like different types of candy and things, or you can get creative and, make your own stuff. So all week long, Juliana was saying, or all last week, you were telling me you were going to get some pretzels.
Yes, and as far as I know, the break room has stocked pretzels.
Yeah.
I've eaten pretzels from the break room. And I think it was last year, Donna Terrell, she did a beautiful kind of log cabin of all pretzels.
Yep.
And we have to do them during the show. I think she took hers home and it was beautiful.
Yes. Yeah.
And so this year I was like, this is my third year doing it. I was like, I got to step it up this year. So I was like, I'm going to do pretzels. So I come in this morning early. I got my card. I go to the break room. No pretzels. So I'm talking to our executive producer, Kristen. She says, let me check the vending machine upstairs. I didn't know there was one.
I didn't either.
So I go back on air. I'm working. She's going up there. No pretzels. But then she texts me and she says, those little Chex Mix Muddy Buddies?
Yeah.
She was like, they have those. And I said, oh, fabulous. Give me 2 bags. She sends me a video, types in the number. It says not available.
But you can see them in the thing, right?
Yes. It was poetic.
No.
So I didn't get the Muddy Buddies. So I'm like, okay, I really need to amp up my house. So I go back in the break room and I find these pink wafer cookies. And I'm like,
pink is a holiday color.
I know. I'm like, pink. I'm like, okay, I can make that work, I guess. Lo and behold, we open up the boxes. A lot of the decorations are pink this year. It's kind of more of like a whimsical Christmas.
It is usually
opposed to like a traditional.
Yes, usually
red
green and red. Yeah. Yeah.
So the pink wafers actually
it worked for you.
An unexpected sleigh.
Yeah, it
and
definitely
so I think my
worked.
house turned out great. I do have a picture of the
I
house
think
in case
yours
anyone was
did.
curious.
Yeah, yours did.
Let's see how this really works out here.
Did you take one just of the house?
I think I do. It looks like the exposure is crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can't really can't see it that good.
Yeah, you can see that it's a house, but as far as the colors
you can't.
We're
see
not looking
that.
at it a lot. I'll have it on my Facebook page.
Yeah, we'll post them. So I was at the store yesterday and at grocery shopping, and I was like, okay, if Juliana's gonna have pretzels, I gotta step up my game. I gotta level up this year for mine.
We're getting competitive.
So I was thinking about my roof, and I'm like, what can I get?
Yes.
So I'm walking on the candy aisle. I almost got some Oreos, but then I was like, So I'm like walking, and then I was like, ooh, cereal. I was like, I can get some, I can't even think of what they're called now.
Frosted Mini
Frosted
Wheats.
Mini Wheats. I love Frosted Mini Wheats,
Which that's
too.
like a perfect kind of, looks like a snowy.
Snow.
Yeah.
So I spent all my time working on the roof.
She was going
I was
full
a
roof
roofer.
mode. Yeah.
King's Roofing Services, if you need me. I'm available.
Thorough, but kind of slow.
Yeah, it was very slow. So you can't really tell it either.
You could tell the roof is
you can
white,
kinda
but
tell,
yeah.
So that's mine. But I did not have as much time to work on mine, I will say, because we're doing this during the show.
Details.
And literally every time I'm trying to work on it, I gotta leave to start reading some news.
Well,
like the show was getting in my way this morning.
Our work was getting in the way of our
Work
work.
was getting in the way.
So that's what we were doing. And then Ashley and I spent about 20 minutes cleaning up the studio. We're still not completely done.
No,
because those little candies fall everywhere.
And Pat Walker.
And Pat's station was the messiest, which I'm sure no one is shocked by that information.
Pat had a hit. He everywhere.
And conveniently, Pat's gone at shoot, so he didn't.
Yeah, so he didn't have to clean up anything. So couldn't have planned that better.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
He's like, oh, look at the time.
He had those little there's like little sprinkle things.
Yeah,
and I think
he was
like,
throwing them
yeah.
at us.
I was like, I was reading in the news and I see something out the corner of my eye and I see him like doing all this. And I'm like, what is he doing over there? Is he doing a magic trick?
There was some theft that happened.
There was some theft.
So I'm in between. There's 3 tables set up. I'm in the middle table. Pat's to my right. Ashley's to my left. Ashley's over reading the news.
Yep.
And I am standing doing my gingerbread house, and Pat is doing his gingerbread house. And we were all given 5 mints, like a mint that you would get in a restaurant when you leave.
Yeah.
And I put 4 mints on the back of my house. I had 1 mint left that I guess Pat was eyeing. And so I was planning to put that mint over my front door. So I'm still working. I don't even know he wants my mint. And I get my glue. I called it glue. Frosting. I get my frosting out and I'm working on my last mint. I'm putting the frosting on and I stick it on the front door. And Pat goes, I was going to use that mint. I go, Pat, it's my mint.
It's mine.
And I was like, you didn't ask for it. And he's like, I'm going to take Ashley's. And I said, I don't think you should do that. And I was like, did you ask her? And he was like, no, I'm just going to take it. And I said, I don't think you should do that.
I'm glad you said that
so
again.
Pat goes over to Ashley's desk. Ashley catches him in her peripheral vision there. And he goes, she saw me. And I said, put it back.
And I'm like reading and I'm like,
yeah. So anyways,
all these faces,
Pat did steal it and he didn't give it back.
He did not give it back, no.
Yeah.
But you know, I didn't even use them,
which it worked out for the best because
yeah.
I did use all my mints.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. But so we'll put them on our Facebook and maybe you can judge which one you like best.
Yeah.
I think Juliana's came out the best, I will say.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I think you had the most time to work on it. I will say that as well. I think Pat literally just threw everything on his.
Pat said it looked like a 3-year-old did his. And I was like,
kind of is accurate.
It might.
Yeah.
It might.
Yeah. And then he got more candy and just started adding more things.
That's the hard part about these because sometimes you need to add more to make it look good. But there is a point where adding more then takes from it.
Yeah.
And finding that balance, I still struggle with.
Yeah. So I think mine was a little simplistic.
Yeah.
And I think Pat's was too much. But
Yeah.
I think yours had a nice balance.
I think it was pretty balanced.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would have added more, but I didn't have a lot of pieces. So maybe that saved me.
That's true.
Because I do like to add a lot. Because,
you can't throw the kitchen sink at it, though.
Yeah.
But, Okay, so
that was our morning.
That was our morning, yes. So we'll post those on Facebook, on our Facebook pages. Go on, let us know which one you like the best. Hopefully mine. Probably not, but hopefully. But it's fun. And if you want, is it Treatment Home? Let me see the website. So that if you would like to, treatmenthomes.org.
Okay.
If you would like to participate in the gingerbread extravaganza, it's happening Sunday. It'll be at the state Capitol from 1 to 3 p.m. And you can vote on ours there too. So be sure to do that. Yeah, be sure to do that. Okay, so we're talking, it's the end of the year, which is kind of crazy.
It is super crazy.
Yeah. I feel like this year went fast.
I do too. I really do.
It does.
Looking back at it.
Yeah.
But I feel like they say that like the older you get, the faster the years go by.
That is so true.
And like, it's getting like that.
It is, yeah. Because I literally feel like I was home last year for New Year's, and I feel like that just happened.
Yeah. And it was definitely about like 350 days ago.
Yeah, exactly. So Google put out their top trending searches of 2025.
This is always so interesting to me.
I know. It's like,
because I love
people
knowing what.
looking up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here they are. So number 1 was Charlie Kirk.
Okay.
And that makes sense because honestly, so he was shot. He was a influencer, social media influencer. I didn't know who he was.
So I think a lot of people were probably just Googling for news articles or just to find out, more.
Who he was and what was happening.
Yeah.
I know that's what I Googled him because my mom's like, yeah, you know who? And I was like, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I Googled him to find out who he was. And then after I Googled him, I was like, oh, I've seen him before.
Yeah.
I just didn't know his name.
Sometimes it's hard faces and names.
Yeah, yeah. And then number 2, K-pop Demon Hunters.
Okay, have you seen this movie?
I have not, but my niece is dressed up as 2 of them for Christmas, for Halloween.
So I have not seen this movie. My older sister has.
Okay.
And she said that I have to see it because of the music in it.
I heard the music is good.
Yeah. And so because I'm not really like an animated movie will come out.
Yeah.
And I just don't really want to see it. It's not my cup of tea. But then if it's really good, I'll go see it. So I'm not really big into the animated stuff. And so this would never like tickle my fancy, but everyone's been talking about it.
I know.
It had its own, like, they were singing the songs on the Thanksgiving Day Macy's parade.
Oh,
there was like one of
really?
the artists, I think, that was singing one of the songs. Like, this is like blown up. The fact that this is number 2 on the list is crazy too, because I think it came out this year, so like it wasn't. You couldn't even Google it the whole year. You know,
that's true. Yeah.
So,
well, it's probably because people didn't know what it was.
Maybe.
And then a lot of kids dressed up as it for Halloween, because one of my friends' daughters did too.
Okay.
I
So
said
it's really
I don't
taking it
even know
by
what
storm.
It is. I think there's like 3 girls, because when I talked to my nieces, my little niece, she was like, are you going to be whatever the third one is? Because they were 2 of them. They needed the third one. They're like, can you be her? And I was like, I'm not there, so no, I can't. I'm sorry. So they asked my mom if she would be her. They asked their mom if she would be her.
No luck.
Nope. They just had to go as a duo instead of a trio. So I guess there's 3 of them. But it also doesn't sound like a kid thing because it says demon in it.
Yeah. But I wonder if it is, because it is animated.
Yeah.
And it was at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, so maybe it is more kid-friendly than
I think it
what we
is.
think.
I think it is. I don't even know. It looks
But Demon
like
Hunter
kid.
sounds kind of scary.
It does sound scary, but I think it's geared toward kids.
Yeah.
I don't know these things. At number 3, I Googled that as well.
Yeah.
Because
No
I was like,
shock here.
What is it? A labubu?
Labubu.
What is a labubu again? Like, it's a little doll or a little thing. Kind of reminds me of like a Furby.
Reminds me of a Furby as well.
Yeah. Or maybe a troll doll too.
Kind of like if a Furby and a troll doll came
Came
together.
together.
Because it's smaller than a Furby,
Yeah.
but it's furry like a Furby. But it's more shaped like a troll doll. I don't know. I don't own a Labubu.
Are they expensive, right?
So
or they were hard to find?
I think a lot of them are like $20-$30.
Okay.
But there are like more exclusive ones that get resold for like a bunch of money.
They're like Teletubbies. No. Was it Teletubbies?
I think that was a show.
No, they're like
Beanie Babies?
Beanie Babies.
Okay.
It's like Teletubbies. That's not it.
I was like, I never owned a
Beanie
Teletubby.
Babies.
I watched
Yeah,
a Teletubbies.
I never watched them,
Kind of an interesting show. The
Yeah.
vacuum cleaner. Remember I showed you that video of the
yeah,
vacuum
you
cleaner?
did, yeah.
Yeah, because there's a vacuum cleaner that runs during the Fox show. Must be on a floor above us or something. We can hear a vacuum
Yes.
cleaner. And I was like, oh, it's like the Teletubbies vacuum cleaner. It wasn't. It didn't.
was
It didn't
not
sound
at
the
all.
same.
No.
Not like I remembered. But the last time I watched Teletubbies was, I don't know.
How old were
maybe
you?
I was 2 or 3.
Right.
So it's been a minute.
25 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. I never watched Teletubbies. Was not my thing. I think I was too old for it.
It might have been after your time.
Yeah, I
you
think I was a
know.
little too old for it.
Yeah.
Now, Barney, I did love me some Barney.
I loved some more. Barney was one of those shows that really stood the test of time.
Yeah.
Kind of like Sesame Street,
Yeah.
where like lots and lots of generations have watched it.
So when I got that Roku and my parents were here, the Roku stick thing, there's a Barney channel.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, Barney, because I loved Barney.
Yeah.
So I went to it and I was like, who is that? And who is that? Like, it wasn't just Baby Bop and Barney. It was like, there's like an orange guy.
Oh, I don't know if I know the orange guy.
I don't either. There's some
New characters?
Yeah, new characters.
They did that
around.
in Sesame Street too. I remember when they
Yeah.
brought in like the recycling bin instead of the trash can and stuff. I was like, who are these new characters?
I just Googled. Riff is Barney's orange. He's orange. His name is Riff.
I don't recognize him at all.
Yeah, I don't either.
He's adorable, but I don't recognize him.
And the yellow one. Who is the yellow one? Oh, that's BJ?
Oh, I remember the yellow one.
Oh, it's been a long time since I watched Barney. 'Cause
Same.
I didn't realize that was BJ. They also look a little more like real now. Not real, but
really?
like they don't look. It just looks different.
I'm sure there's been some upgrades to the costume. Has to be from the 90s.
Of course, you're right. Okay, so number 4 was iPhone 17.
Okay.
Is that the
I did
latest?
not Google that. I would assume so, but I don't know. I never keep up with the iPhones. I have an iPhone, but I always am down 2 or 3 because that's the cheaper ones to get.
Right,
So I don't need the
exactly.
brand new one.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. And then number 5 is One Big Beautiful Bill Act. A lot of people Googled that to find out what was in it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, number 6 was Zoran Mamdani. I can never say his name. He's the mayor-elect, I believe, now of New York City. I don't think he's taken the position yet, but I think he's mayor-elect.
Wow, that's crazy that he was number 6
I
because
know.
really it's only affecting
A
New York City.
Yeah,
Which is a huge city, but
Yeah.
you know, this is
Yeah, they always say though the New York City mayor is bigger than just like a regular city mayor.
I think I could understand that because I even remember like during the pandemic, like seeing, the mayor in the headlines and everything like that. Like it's
so big.
Could probably pick out that mayor
over
more than I can
any
pick
other
out
mayor.
other mayors.
That's so true.
I do get, maybe that's why it was top Googled.
Yeah, that's very true. And then let's see, number 7, DeepSeek. That has something to do with AI.
Okay, I actually have no idea what that is.
Yeah, it has something
I might have to be
with,
one of the people that Googles
I'm
this.
Googling it right now. I think it has something to do with AI. Oh, it's in a language that I don't know.
Oh.
It's an AI startup.
Okay.
Founded in May 2023.
Oh. Okay.
It's in Chinese.
That's something I'm going to have to Google more.
Yeah.
That I don't know much about.
So I don't know much about it either. The government shutdown. Yeah. But a lot of people Googled that one.
This was the longest
one ever.
So that makes sense. It was Googled a lot.
Yeah. And then number 8 or 9, the FIFA Club World Cup, which that's, I guess, for next year.
Okay.
Because they just did the lottery draw.
Yeah.
Was that this week or last week?
I think it was, this week has
only
been a
Tuesday.
day. Yeah. I think it was
last week.
I think I remember I was getting ready for the noon show and I saw it on TV.
I think it was Friday.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it was Friday.
That sounds right.
And then number 10, tariffs.
Okay.
Which a lot of people also want to know about.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
So a lot of these, I
Yeah.
probably could have picked out probably Googled.
And Google has, they break it down too with like entertainment and top. They have different different categories. Cool. I'm sure, actually I'm about to look now. I'm sure Taylor Swift had to be.
Actually, it's shocking that that's not on the list.
Yeah, especially
just with her Eras tour. Yeah, and got engaged.
Surely, let's see if I can find it, because surely I think that she will be on there. I keep seeing the advertisement for that. Is it on Hulu? Disney Plus. She has a docu-series that's coming on Disney Plus. You haven't seen any of that?
No, I haven't.
Oh my goodness.
I really like a lot of her music, but I don't follow a lot of the
I see.
The fandom.
Yeah.
I just like the tunes.
Yeah.
I love a good love story, so I liked following what her and Travis were up to. But
I don't care about
there are rumors that she's picked her wedding venue, by the way.
I saw that actually.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care about anybody. I saw that.
And allegedly, there were reports that someone else had picked that date, June 13th. And
is that supposed to be the date for sure?
That's what people are
because of her songs.
Yeah, and she's always loved the number 13, I think. And it's the Saturday and in June, which I'm sure it's beautiful weather there.
Yeah.
And so these were all in the tabloids. She'll never confirm or anything.
Of course, yeah.
But then another bride had it, and she offered her a very pretty penny to move it. If I was offered a bunch of money to move mine, if I could pay for my wedding,
because you could pay for the whole wedding.
Yeah,
with that.
People were like, I can't believe a bride would move her date, and I was like, I can't imagine how much she was paid.
I mean, if you give the
right price,
yeah, I think I would.
So people
move it
are
too.
alleging that it's going to be June 13th of 2026.
It's supposed to be somewhere
I think it's in
New England area, Vermont. Am I making this up?
Somewhere. I thought I was thinking New Jersey, but I saw pictures. I mean, it looks grand and beautiful.
I saw this the other day.
Yeah,
I think I actually saw it on News Nation.
And then other people were saying she's picking this venue for her guests to stay at and to throw people off.
Oh,
but maybe that's not where the wedding's going to be.
Rhode Island.
Okay.
Actually, here we go. This is actually on News Nation.
Oh,
so
great.
Let's show this.
Because I could also see if you want some level of privacy.
Yeah. That's why I was shocked that this was out there.
So people are saying that maybe it's just for the guests to stay at, because this is very close to her estate, which she owns a lot of land
in
there.
Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know she had an estate there. Where is she from?
Somewhere up in the.
Somewhere up there.
Up there, I think maybe Pennsylvania. But see, I don't know. We need to get Kenzie in here to do a deep dive on this. She would be able to help us put the pieces together.
Perfect. Let's see. It's a Rhode Island love story. Oh my goodness. Swiftie wrote this. It's apparently on a date she knows all too well. Yeah, June 13th.
There's a lot of
there's a lot of references in here. So,
I like that.
I don't know. Does it say the place?
I saw pictures of it.
Yeah, there's a pic. Oh, there was a picture.
Because then I saw women on TikTok that were sharing their wedding pictures, and it was can't believe I got married at the place that Taylor Swift's gonna get married at. That they got married, years past. And stuff.
Yeah,
And I was like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, that could
and
be
also,
cool.
That's probably pretty expensive.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is his name? Oh gosh, he's a football player. Okay, Randall Cunningham. That's who it is. So Randall loves my husband, Randall. He loves Randall Cunningham.
Okay.
Because they have the same name.
Okay.
So that's how he became an Eagles fan, because he played for the Eagles. So when we were getting married and we were taking our wedding pictures, the photographer was like, "Oh yeah, next week I'm taking pictures for Randall Cunningham's son's wedding." And we were like, "What?" Yeah. So
what are the odds?
I know. It was so random that she even like brought that up. So yeah. So his son and us, we have the same wedding photographer.
Wait, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That was pretty cool. So we could
must be a good wedding photographer too.
That was great. They were great. They were so great. So good. Okay, let's see. I think there's I thought I just saw it.
I thought I did too.
Oh,
there it is.
Okay. So if it was just for the guests, like, so the guests will stay there and then like they'll bus them in somewhere.
Yeah, that was just like everyone comes up with all these ideas of what Taylor Swift's doing, because she's never going to say, "I'm getting married here," for security purposes.
There,
yeah. So that's what one person was saying. She was like, it will never leak where she's getting married because she's too, the security's going to be too high. So she was like, if we're finding out about this, I bet the wedding's not there. Who knows?
And it's probably not that date either.
Yeah. I will say, though, just knowing a little bit about Taylor Swift, 13 is a very important number to her. Mm-hmm. So when I heard that it was going to be June 13th, a Saturday, I was like, that does feel very,
It's probably going to be somewhere overseas. Not even.
I could also
nowhere
see that,
near this location.
Yeah.
And just to throw everybody off.
Yeah. I could totally see that happening, too. Because, like,
I'd even start the rumor if I was her.
Yeah. Or someone from her team. I wouldn't be surprised if that's where it started.
Yeah. I would put it out there just to throw people in the wrong direction.
Because that has to be hard to, like,
that'd be terrible.
You want some kind of like privacy on your wedding day so that not everyone is just trying to show up and like ruin it. It's the most important day, you know?
It is.
And so then you have to jump through all these hoops to try and disguise it. That's got to be hard too.
I always said I could never be a celebrity because, like, I think about Michael Jackson and how he used to wear like masks and stuff. I get it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I could never be a celebrity.
Yeah.
Like, I think
I said this the other day. I don't sing. I don't write music. If I could do anything, like a one-hit wonder, like a Christmas song that plays every year, get the royalties. Yeah. But then you don't like lose your whole, personal life. Because people might not always recognize you. They're like, is that
person? Yeah.
I don't know. Is that,
I mean, people do that now when we go places. You always see someone staring and you're like,
I don't know if they recognize me, if they're just being kind. So then I'm like,
I'm the same way.
And then, or I'll go places and they'll be like, you look familiar. And then I don't want to be like, I'm on TV.
I know.
Because I don't want to, that feels weird.
I know. I always say, oh, I do.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, yeah. People always say, did I teach you? Did I coach you?
Yeah.
Were you in my class?
No, I think you might watch me in the morning.
I always say, do you watch the news?
Yeah.
That's what I go to. I'm like, do you watch the news? And they're like, oh, and then they figure it out. So then I don't have to say, like, I'm the one.
Saw a new doctor and she was like, have you been here before?
I was like, no. Awkward with the doctors.
Yeah, I was like, no. She's like, you look familiar. And I was like, I do the weather.
I went to a new doctor and she was actually like, good to see you again. And I was like, have I met you before? We actually used to go to the same hairstylist.
Oh,
so yeah. So I was like, okay, I did. I remember after she said it, I was like, I do remember meeting you there.
Because then you're racking your brain. You're like, have I met this person?
I always feel so bad when I met somebody and I can't remember meeting them. And so I'm like, where do I know you from?
Especially if they know your name. They're like, hey, Juliana. I'm like,
I know.
No.
But you know what? I think when people know you from TV, they call you by your full name. That's what I've always noticed.
Really?
People be like, Ashley King. And that's when I'm like, okay, they know me from TV.
Yeah.
If you call me Ashley, then I'm like, do you really know me? I don't know.
That's a good way to know.
Yeah. So, I don't know. All right. Vote for our gingerbread houses. We're going to post them online. Have a great day, everyone.